Hello everyone and welcome back to World of Warcraft. As you can see, we are back in the embassy once again. It is once again time to unlock another allied race. So I've gotten the Mag'har, I've gotten the Nightborn, I've gotten the High Mountain Tauren, I've gotten the Zandalari Trolls, and now it is time for the Vulpera. I just got to Exalted with the Vulpera. So, clever and resourceful, the Vulpera of Vol'dun have survived amidst the sands for generations. Eager to join the ranks of the Horde, their caravans have departed from the dunes in search of adventure. So I believe this is the heritage armor. It's not bad. Perhaps a little simplistic compared to some of the others, like the Mag'hars, but it's fine. So what do they bring in terms of a race, like racial traits and such? Bag of Tricks, or Rummage Your Bag. Use a trick to harm an enemy or heal an ally. Collect different kinds of tricks in the world. I find that very interesting. Make camp. Return to camp. Place a friendly campsite in the world with the option to return to it later. This, to me, basically sounds like an extra Hearthstone, which sounds kind of awesome. Nose for trouble. Take less damage the first time an enemy hits you. I mean, I can see some people using that for certain kind of strategic tactics. Like, alright, first time it hits you, you take far less damage. Maybe not far less. The wording is always deceptive. It makes you think, oh, they'll take a lot less. And then it's like, you see the stats and it's like 1% less damage. You know? It's like, oh, come on. Seriously? Alpaca saddlebags. Your backpack has 8 additional slots. I'm sure there are some people that saw that and they were like, oh, yes, more backpack slots. You know. Fire resistance. Reduces fire damage taken. I find that interesting because, well, they're covered in fur. You would think they'd be more flammable with all this fur, but... And I'm not even going to address the whole furry thing and the amount of people that are hating on this just because it's a non-human thing. I'm not even going to address that. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk to my good old friend G. How you doing, buddy?
Welcome.
Ah, Maximus, I have received word that a Vulpera caravan has arrived at Grommash Hold. They wish to address the Horde and have requested your presence. I am afraid that it is not the best time for guests, so please see them as soon as you are able.
Meet your guests at Grommash Hold. And of course, if you've done the questing in Vol'dun, which I hope you have, since obviously it's required in order to do this, but it's also part of the whole, questing and story experience throughout Zandalar, you'll probably recognize a few of the faces that are here. Let me make sure this is getting tracked. Hate when it doesn't automatically track it. Drives me nuts.
Our vintner refuses to work with
Look
the
who it
staff you
is.
have provided.
Zuldazar requires additional forces along the coast.
Work at the outpost has halted. How should we proceed?
So, I find it interesting that Bane here is basically trying to be the person that everyone goes to for requesting assistance. I mean, it makes perfect sense. And I love that it shows that this is part of the new direction that the Horde is going. No war chief, just a number of the leaders. Though I find it funny that Thalystra is amongst the ones here, because to me, Thalystra at this point would be one of the leaders of the Horde, since she's basically the leader of the Nightborn. So, anyways, as I was saying, here's a few faces you'll recognize from our time in Vol'dun. Kiro, Nisha, and Mira. I love Nisha and Mira. They're both awesome. And they're gonna be part of the reason why my Vulpera is gonna be a little lady just like them. Hey Kiro, how you doing?
I'm glad that you've come. You should be the first to hear what we have to say. Our caravan is ready to explore the world beyond the sands, but Nisha's blade can't be our only defense against the dangers that we know await us. And this is why we've come, to declare our intent to join the Horde. This is a very similar situation to what the Blood Elves faced when they kept trying to join the Horde, and the Horde kept rejecting them. They wouldn't let them join. And it was mainly because, at the time, Thrall
he didn't know or think that the Vulpera could actually carry their own weight and contribute, and that they were seemingly wanting to just be taken care of or carried. And right now, they're trying to join the Horde as well, and I'm sure you're probably going to see or hear that Bane's going to be like, we don't need extra mouths to feed right now, unless you can help feed yourselves, so to speak. That's kind of the idea of what's going to be going on here. So let's witness his declaration to join the Horde.
High Chieftain Bloodhoof, I am Kiro, and I speak for the Vulpera of Vol'dun. We seek to join the Horde. Long have we survived amidst the sands, without a thought of what lies beyond them. But the Horde has shown us that there is more to life than mere survival. If you'll have us, we would explore the world by your side.
Though I am honored by your request to join us, I am afraid that I must decline. Meeting the needs of our current allies has stretched the Horde thin. It would be unwise for us to take your people under our wing. But please, enjoy the hospitality of Orgrimmar as our guests. Horde or not, the Vulpera will always be welcome here.
I understand. Thank you for your time, High Chieftain.
And that's one of the reasons why Bane is so good when it comes to things like diplomacy and politics. You know, if this had been Garrosh, he would have been like, I will not allow little furry foxes to join my horde. But that's obviously not Bane. You know, as he said, his main concern is that, look, we only have so many resources to help out our current allies. If we have you join, we're going to be stretching our resources even more. Now, like the Blood Elf situation, which you can still see and experience in the Blood Elf Starter Zone, if the Vulpera can prove that they can contribute, well, that's going to change things. And that's kind of the idea of this questline.
What have you brought?
I am disappointed with his answer, but I'm not surprised. Our strength is often overlooked. Bane certainly has his hands full. Taking on new allies means taking on new problems. Let us find out what troubles those within the Horde and see what we can do to help. Perhaps when Bane isn't so overwhelmed, he'll be able to see our true value.
The sands swallow the wasteful.
Commander Drush,
Loktar,
why have you come here?
our Crush Blow outpost was undergoing construction, but the peons suddenly vanished. I need them to get back to work.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen, after all these years, the peons have finally gone on strike. They are no longer just work. They're like, we want more wages or no work.
I am listening.
So why have you come here,
The
Sanji?
Naga have been advancing on Zuldazar's shores. We must push them back before they pose a greater threat.
I mean, we do that all the time in that world quest to get the Zalatath dagger, so I doubt that should be a problem. Hey, Delisra, how come you're here?
Bane sent assistants to Suramar to aid with our arc wine production, but managing them has proven difficult.
I see. Well, Kira, I think I know what we can do.
Trade?
Good work. Sometimes others just want to be heard. These problems might seem small, but they will eat away at the Horde over time if they remain unaddressed. We must offer our help. The Vulpera are skilled at solving problems, no matter their size. I will investigate the outpost. Nisha and Mira will see to the others. Meet me in the Twilight Highlands when you're ready.
Nisha, head for Zuldazar and do what you do best.
Those Naga won't know what hit them.
Mira, can you sort things out with the Vintner and Suramar?
You got it, Kiro.
Good. Let's get to work.
I'm sorry, people can bash on the Vulpera all they want, but I love the Vulpera. They're just awesome. And Nisha and Mira are just, you know, along with Kira, are just awesome examples as why. Like, Nisha was the first Vulpera we met, and she was just awesome. She was just like, yeah, let's go. Good thing we have a portal straight to the Twilight Highlands. That's going to make this a little smoother. By the way, in case you're curious, I've also been going back and forth. For the longest time, I couldn't decide what I wanted my Vulpera to be, what class. A lot of people have been saying Shaman because of the cute, unique totems that they have. You know, that some of them are sculpted like foxes, you know, the way that their totems look. And I will admit, that did cross my mind. After all, you guys can see, I have mained a Shaman. I still main this Shaman. By the way, he's now up to 449. Yeah. I am, though, trying to work on seeing whether or not I can get some other things to try and make it easier to on myself to be able to actually play Resto at times, even in Mythic Keys. Like, I've been trying to see if I can get some other essences, because essences has really shown me that they can make a big difference in helping, you know, make how you play a bit more positive. And there are some essences for Resto Shaman that I looked at and I was like, oh, I need to get those. Like, there's one in particular that drops if you do at least a +4 Mythic run, probably as a Resto. So I'll have to see if I can be able to pull that off. So, because, you know, getting in as a DPS, that's one thing. Getting in as a healer, I mean, that can usually be a little easier, but, you know, obviously you have to make sure you know what you're doing. And, you know, let's just say that I've had my issues with Resto Shaman, you know, and how it currently is compared to other healing specs like Resto Druid or Mistweaver. But there are people I know, there's even a friend of mine that I know that she mains a Resto Shaman.
What have you brought?
So.
Abandoned, just like Commander Dresch said. Look at this axe.
Oh, that one?
There's still sweat on the hilt. The workers were here not too long ago. Let's see if Sasha can track their scent.
Let's get moving. The peons can't be far.
Hold on, let me get the new mount that I got for getting exalted with the Volandi. Kiro, wait up! Of course, once you create your Vulpera, you'll be getting another one.
Sasha's snout says this is the place. Maybe they're in one of these houses. Head inside and check things out. I'll keep watch.
You got it.
Throw down your tools and raise up your fists! What's this? Someone from Orgrimmar? Are you finally ready to hear our demands?
I'm sorry. I just love this. I just love this idea that after all these years, the peons are now finally starting to, like, you know, try to form a union. You know, like, they're on strike. They're, like, demanding more worker benefits. How many of you remember the quest from the Orc starter zone here in Durotar, where the quest was, here, take this blackjack and give a few whacks to those sleeping peons are sleeping on the job and get them back to work? How many of you remember that quest? I do, because you can still do it if you make a fresh new orc, which I will be showing when we do our play as our orc in my starter zones playthrough. By the way, in case you want to see that. And I just love this idea. This is so hilarious to me. I love that he's wearing a construction hat, like he's a construction worker. That's really funny.
Something you're doing?
There's the voice. Why aren't you working?
Tool's broken. Had to use hands. Now they break too.
What do you want?
Why aren't you working?
Peons treated like the poop. Never get nothing nice.
Yes?
Why aren't you working?
When I'm war chief...
Always been a peon. Never nothing else. Maybe want more?
When I'm war chief, peons will be respected members of the Horde. We sometimes take the peons for granted. I mean, after all, in lore, basically our orc characters that we make used to be peons. In lore, this guy used to be a peon. And then basically rose up, learning the ways of, the shamans and the elements. At least for this character, if you make a shaman. But obviously it can go a different direction based on what class you choose to play, but you get my point.
Speak freely.
The peons are revolting? Huh. I'm surprised it took this long. It sounds like the peons are feeling undervalued. They do important work for the Horde, but their diligence is often overlooked. A little goodwill would go a long way. Let's plan a feast in their honor. We'll need quite a bit of meat to sate their enormous appetites. Luckily, I have a totem that can help with that. Ah, so he's a shaman? You acquire the ingredients, and I will make a meal that is guaranteed to boost morale. Get ingredients for the best cooker in your group or guild. And he's like, all right, I'll make you some nice stuff. The peons are right. These tools are inexcusable. How can they be expected to complete a job without the proper tools for their trade? I can make the needed repairs, but I will need some ore first. I agree with the plight of the peons. They should be rewarded for the work that they do. It's unlikely that the Horde will agree to increase their wages, but there's no reason that they can't be given a promotion. Any title other than peon would help build some confidence. Give promotions to a few of the peons in the
We have to do what we can to appease the peons.
Yep. Let's see. I can either say, job well done, you've been promoted to peon rank 2, good work, you've been promoted to senior peon, or congratulations, you've been promoted to lead peon. You know what? I'm going to give it to this guy here. Because he's the only one wearing something like a silver shirt. Lead peon.
Report now.
Something you doing?
Senior peon.
Mama gonna be so proud.
Yes.
Peon rank 2.
Does mean me the boss?
I'm sorry, but this is just making me laugh. This is really hilarious. The fact that they were like, hey, let's make a whole quest, about the peons. Because, of course, who doesn't love the peons, right?
I don't have a target.
Oh my gosh. Seriously?
I need to get closer.
1 of 100. And I'm getting 1 per saber? Are you serious? You cannot be serious. These things better drop more than 1. Oh my gosh. Kiro, I'm gonna kill you by the end of this quest. By the time I'm done with this, if this is seriously what you have to do. There's no way that that's what's going on here. Oh, wait! That's what I'm doing wrong. I totally forgot about this. Okay, hold on.
Far away.
Let's try this. Let's see how this works. Whoa! He's a biggin' now. Oh, and now he drops 25. Okay. Whew. Now I know what I was doing wrong. Silly me. I sometimes just often forget to actually look over here and see if there's something I need to use. Oh, that's right. There's another player around here doing this. Well, this is gonna be a little awkward. Oh wait, no, this isn't another player. They're just fighting each other, apparently. Okay.
I'm out of range.
Okay.
It's too far away.
Over here. Over here. Over here. Total. Yes! I have made them huge. They are gigantic. Huh. And hello there. Grow! I almost feel like Rita Repulsa throwing down the wand and making them grow.
Grow, my monster, grow!
What? What? I grew up with watching Power Rangers. I stuck with Power Rangers for the longest time. I don't watch it regularly anymore, but fortunately, Linkara has that history of Power Rangers series to kind of help, catch me up to speed on other certain seasons I either didn't watch or seasons that are, having been recently done. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. It's a very entertaining series and very informative. Gosh, that does so much damage. Right, there we go. That's 100. Like, don't even try. You're level 90. I will one-shot you. Alright, now where's more of this ore? Ah. There's some right there. Okay, I just need one more of those. There's one. Okay. Now I just need more warg meat. Where are the wargs? Send out your warg riders. There you are. We're just fighting this giant warg, and they're just like, yeah, whatever. Oh, wait a minute. You're members of the Twilight's Hammer. Die! Oh, yeah, this will finish it off. Grow! Let's get my big boy out here. Get him! All right. If Kiro had not given me that totem, I would have punched him in the face the moment I got back here.
Have you come to trade?
Did you bring the meat? We'll be eating well tonight. Have you found any ore? Oh, I can work with this. I'm sure that your praise means a lot to the peons. I think I have everything that is needed to make tonight a success. We just need to make sure that the peons show up. Tell their leader that the Horde is throwing a party in their honor. I'm sure they won't decline a night of free food and drink. I mean, who would?
I'll make my way back to Crushblow and get things cooking.
Oh, wait. Gotta invite him first. Woman.
Something to say?
The Horde are throwing a party in your honor.
You hear that? You the Horde's finally listening to us! Party back at Crushblow! Let's go!
Just ignore all the Twilight and Black Dragons just flying around this place. Ignore the Bastion of Twilight just right over there. I'm sure Cho'Gall's not going to be causing us any problems at all or anything.
What have you brought?
It's a success, wouldn't you say? Those peons certainly look happy, don't they? I have no doubt that they will return to work in the morning. However, if their leader goes unchallenged, there will always be a risk of revolt. You need to face him in battle. Show him the true strength of the Horde, but also the honor that comes with showing mercy. Agreed.
The sands swallow the wasteful.
Walk away.
Not the doom hammer.
Turn.
Nope.
What do you want?
I challenge you to battle.
You challenge the future war chief of the Horde? I'll cut you down to size!
Elements, aid me.
I mean, come on, man. I've got the Doom Hammer. I'm summoning lightning. I'm practically Thor.
All right! I give! You win!
That's right, I win.
Speak freely.
As the peons would say, job's done. No. Kiro, that's not how you say it. You gotta say it right. It's...
Job's done.
I'll stick around here a bit longer to ensure that the peons get back to work. You should return to Orgrimmar and let Commander Dresh know that he does not need to fret about the outpost any longer.
We go where the sands take us.
Okay. Astral Recall for the win. Gonna get Frostfang out. My little Frostwolf puppy. And yeah, I just activated the Whispering Crystal. What? So I'm hearing whispers of insanity. It's not a big deal. Gosh. The peons have returned? Well, that is good news indeed. Let us hope that this doesn't happen again for their sake.
Go with all. Work has resumed, High Chieftain. I'm pleased to see the Horde takes these issues seriously. We do, Commander. But I cannot take credit for this fortunate turn of events.
Have you come to trade?
If things are settled for the commander, then you should check in on Nisha. I'm sure that she could use your help. Find Nisha on the southern coast of Zuldazar.
Sands swallow the waste.
Let's go deal with those Naga. It's not like we haven't been dealing with them all this time anyways, right? I mean, you can still do that Naga Attack World Quest, which is, of course, as I mentioned, the way that you start the questline to find Xalatath and do the Crucible of Storms questline, if you want to do that, of course.
I always find funny it shows me as like a black figure there, just, you know, a silhouette, basically, if I have any corrupted gear on. And I really don't. My corruption is 8. That's it. That's all I've got. Let me remind myself, what's the only, like, basically the only corrupted gear I have? This. 28 corruption increases your leech by 5%. So, just basically an extra way to be able to get myself some health on attacks, which is nice. I mean, leech is one of the things that makes demon hunters, you know, really fun to play for me. The amount of leech and survivability that they have. Yep, this place is usually a spot for that world quest to happen here in Zul'Dazar. You can even see right there.
Am I glad to see you? These Naga are relentless.
And of course, I show up and Nisha's just surrounded by, you know, bodies and corpses because that's what she does. She's like, look, I've been busy, okay?
Vulpera are stronger than we look.
Sanji was right to be worried. The Naga are planning to attack, but I've got a plan to stop them in their tracks. We need to work fast, though.
Oh my goodness. It's gonna be like this for all 3 of them.
We're gonna need special weapons to take down Tidecaller Nezara. Good thing it looks like the Naga have plenty. We'll use their weapons against them. You and I know a thing or two about that. Grab an assortment. We'll need more than one. The area surrounding Tidecaller Nezara is heavily guarded, so I'll need you to create a distraction. Take these explosives, plant them on the Naga's harpoon launchers, and once they've been detonated, the blast should be more than enough to send the guards running. Tidecaller Nezara is running the show. If we take her out, the remaining Naga will break rank. But getting to her won't be easy. She's protected by a magical barrier that's drawing power from power cells nearby. If we can destroy the source, we can destroy Nezara.
If we want to stop the Naga, we need to take down their leader's shield. I'm counting on you.
Hello.
With the tides!
Murloc Allied Race! Sorry. Let's just say I'm one of those, I would roll a Murloc in a heartbeat.
I don't have a target.
I mean, we've seen various different, you know, variations of Murlocs as classes in Warcraft. I mean, you know, there's a thing in the Shaman Order Hall where a Murloc will show up and he'll be like, and he'll be like mentioning he wants to hold your weapon, and you can let him hold it, and he'll be like, you know, just like, it's really great stuff. But I mean, there's even a Murloc Shaman hero that you can have in Hearthstone, for example. So it's not like the concept is completely foreign, or that we've never heard of that before.
Landwalker!
Die, Landwalker! Over here. Come on.
Have you come to drown?
No, I've come to collect. Okay. Really?
I'm out of range.
And this elemental will just sometimes just cause things to aggro to me, and I'm just like, why are you attacking me? Like, he's just aggroing everything. They're not even attacking me, they're just attacking him. Let's go place the explosives. Okay, just 2 more.
You are no match for us, Landwalker! I have a target.
Oh, wait. Boom.
Today is a good day to fight. Every day is.
You got those weapons? Ah, plenty to choose from. Perfect. You sure do excel at blowing things up. Tidecaller Nazara can't hide behind her barrier now. Nazara's shield might be down, but that doesn't mean that she's defenseless. There's a brute by her side that may cause trouble. I'll take a stab at him so you can take down the Tidecaller.
Slay that slimy sea witch and end this invasion! This one's mine! Take my blade, Tidebreaker!
Tide.
Who knew killing Naga could be so fun?
She is awesome.
Today is a good day to fight.
You did good work.
Every day is.
Always a pleasure. Well, that should keep those Naga down. You can have the honor of telling Bladeguard Sanji that the threat to Zuldazar's coast has been contained.
Time for us to get out of here. See you back in Orgrimmar.
See you there. You know, I just realized, you know what's another great reason to make a Vulpera Shaman? Because you get that camp racial thing. You also get Astral Recall because you're a Shaman, and you get your regular Hearthstone. I mean, when you think about it, in a sense, that's 3 Hearthstones that you can have as a Vulpera Shaman. So, I'll be honest with you guys. Like, now, I'll go over this when we actually unlock the character, and we're going to start to, you know, look at making my Vulpera character. You know, I'm still, even to this moment, trying to decide on what I want. Because I'm not turned off by the idea of making a Shaman, but you guys can understand, I main a Shaman. I play Shaman a lot. Whereas some others, I actually like the idea of. Now, sadly, Paladin and Druid is off the table. You cannot make those as a Vulpera. But I'll go over this more when we actually go over the character creation.
Speak your business.
The Naga threat has been contained? I'll trust your word on this, Niximus.
Thank you for dealing with this matter swiftly. The Zandalari are fortunate to have such dependable allies.
This was not my doing, Sonji. But I am grateful that the threat has been dealt with.
I love how we are basically doing this, and they're thanking Bane. He's like, we didn't do this, and he's I'm sure he is confused a lot right now, trying to figure out what is going on.
Speak freely.
It appears that we're making good progress. Would you meet up with Mira? I want to be sure that she's found her way to the Vintner in Suramar safely.
Oh, trust me. I'll help her with that. I love Suramar. I know that place really well.
Sands take us.
And of course, that's why I'm glad I still have my Dalaran Hearthstone. But I've gone through the whole Suramar thing at least twice. Heck, I'm even tempted, or I've even considered doing it more times on other classes, just to unlock those sets, you know. Plus to unlock the teleportation, you know, in the main hub area in Suramar. Yeah. Partly to just get a quick teleport from there to the entrance to the Nighthold raid. And that's one of the biggest things to me is, like, I encourage is at least do that. Because if you're one of those who wants to go farm the Nighthold raid, like I like to do, try and get those mounts and sets, having that teleportation is really nice. Really, really nice. Hold on, gotta give Dalaran a moment to render in here. Alright. To Suramar. I know a lot of people, you know, speak negatively about this zone, mainly because of the gating with the ancient mana and the rep gating and the time gating that was in there for the time being. But I honestly love this zone. The story and the writing here was so good. This zone was fantastic. I could just tell that the writers and the devs really poured their heart and soul into this zone. Really great stuff here. I really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Told of the arrival of the Horde.
I need you to look.
Even though there were a couple times where it was like one of the quests to finish it was, hey, go do 10 world quests just in Suramar, and I was like, I'm sorry, what? But I still come back here regularly, especially to do the Nighthold raid, because like I said, I still don't have the mounts from that raid, and I still want them, especially for my Warlock. Because why would I not? And of course, I love whenever I come back here to the Broken Isles, there's Rhaegar. Because he's always got my back. He'll always be my follower, because of course I want Rhaegar. And of course, we match with our shoulder pads. And even our headpieces. Because he's got the same one on. It's just a little different color, but yeah. I mean, just look at this. I love Suramar. So great. Such a wonderful zone.
Thank the sands you're here. There's nothing quite right about this at all.
Oh, it's okay, Mira. Hold on. Oh, hey, look, it's Dot and Dolly. I love the idea that she actually came here in her caravan with Dot and Dolly just, to do this. Oh, hold on. We're in Suramar. Masquerade. Oh my gosh, I even look corrupted. That's a Nightborn. Gosh, I love this corrupted visual look. And it's even crazier. If I had, like, over 100 corruption, I wouldn't be like this. I would be, like, red. Like, red with corruption. It's an amazing visual effect. The whole corrupted gear thing, that's a whole different debatable topic we can discuss separately. But to me, you can't argue that the visual effects of what corrupted gear does to affect the appearance of your character looks amazing. because the visual art design department always does a phenomenal job in this game. It's so good.
I can help.
Vintner, Vintner has some serious staffing issues. Vintner oversees all arc wine production for the Horde. He's used to making wine himself, but the Horde sent in help to speed up the process. I can't read today. He's used to making wine himself, but the Horde sent in help to speed up the process. It's had the opposite effect. We need to get to the bottom of this. How about you tour the vineyards and see how things are running? I have a few more questions for the Vintner. To Micah Broadhoof, Boss Mita, and Nomi.
You'll be back, right?
Of course I will. Mira's adorable. Oh my gosh, look who it is. It's Boss Mita. Her tallness. Oh gosh. You guys remember her, right? From the bank in Dalaran? And that you can tell she's actually not a goblin.
Well, spit it out.
Look at Kazit. Working so hard. He'll get the hang of it eventually. So you guys remember during the Suramar questing where we had that one quest where the lady was telling us, you know, the instructions of how to help make the arc wine better, which was, hey, either throw this in or jump in and stomp on the grapes. And I just love that he's just standing there I can't get this down. I can't get this to work. What are you tasked with? Don't get lazy on me, Kazit. Lou tells me to jump in the vat, so I tell Kazit to jump in the vat. Easiest job ever.
Glad I could help.
Yep. Greetings. I've never made wine before, but it can't be too difficult, can it? Well, what are you tasked with? Nithuas put me in charge of the vintage. I decide what goes in the wine to make it palatable for the Horde. Oh gosh. I think I can see where this is going.
Deep places of the earth.
I'm not that knowledgeable when it comes to things like wine, but that does not sound right. That doesn't sound like that's how that works. Oh gosh, don't tell me we are still having a problem with all these silk wings here. Is he No, he's asleep.
I've been working on some new recipes.
Oh, greetings, Master Niximus. I was just resting my eyes for a moment. How can I help you?
What are you tasked with?
I am gathering ingredients for the wine, but it is a tiring job. I think I'll just take another quick break.
Good food makes a good mood.
I do love that this is at least one of the few times that we actually get to see a Pandaren representing the Horde. I just think it's a nice little touch. Because it's so rare that you actually get to see, like, you know, in these quests, it's usually either a Tauren, a Troll, a Goblin, or it's rarely ever a Pandaren. You know? And it just, you know, it's like, you know, there are plenty of Pandaren in the Horde.
Dolly likes you. I can tell.
What about Dot? Does she not like me? It sounds to me like we have found our problem. Lethu is improperly utilizing the help that he's been given. Let's fix that. Assign new roles to the workers, ones that are more suited to their strengths. If you need suggestions, I am happy to help.
Let's get to work.
Alright. I think we may have a good idea as to who should be doing what. I have a feeling that Nomi should be working on what goes in the wine. I have a feeling that Mita should be having Kazit gather the ingredients, and that Mika should be over here.
I've seen you around here before.
Yeah, I think you should be obtaining the
Seems like a good
ingredients.
fit. Goblins can acquire anything, at any time. See you around, friend.
I also I'm sorry, Mira's voice is so cute. It's so high pitched and it's adorable.
High Mountain stands.
I mean, he's got big hooves. So I think you should be stomping
Nice
fruit.
choice. High Mountain Tauren are really strong.
I look forward to helping in any way that I can.
Beware the deep places of the earth.
And of course, Nomi, a chef from Pandaria, of course he's going to be the one to be able to decide what goes into the wine and such. He's a chef from Pandaria. If there's anyone who would know that, it would be him.
Greetings, my friend.
You should be creating the recipe.
Good call. Nomi is well known for his culinary creations. Let's tell the vintner about the changes we've
Indeed.
made.
That sounds wonderful. I do love working with food and drink.
Life is more pleasant
I'm
on
sure you
a
do.
full stomach.
These were very easy choices. It was just a matter of who was doing what, and it's like, no, it should be this way and this way. Dolly and Dot are my best friends. They pull my wagon, do. Sorry. I just remember having a big smile on my face when Miro started singing that.
Ashtorash Danil.
I hope that you're here to help. Things are in such a state. We'll never meet our quota without some serious changes.
Well, we have made some adjustments to your production pipeline.
I trust your judgment. I am sure that whatever changes you have enacted will produce the needed results.
Oh, hi.
Vintner Lithu seems pleased. You've really got a knack for this. As you might have noticed, Vintner Lithu is very particular about his wine-making process, but his ancient recipe was crafted with only the Nightborn in mind. We need something different to please the diverse palates of the Horde. Talk to Nomi and see what he has in mind to spice things up. Oh,
Don't die out there.
don't worry. Like I said, he's a Pandaran chef. He will whip up something in seconds, because that's how good they are. How many of you did all the cooking questing back in Pandaria at our little farmstead? You know, if you don't know what I'm referring to, just to give you a little reminder, here in the Valley of the Four Winds, how many of you remember doing the stuff here in Half Hill? Yeah.
Variety is the spice of life.
Ah, it's good to see you again. I have already made improvements to the Vintner's recipe. Vintner's Lethu's recipe doesn't need much improvement. Some unique ingredients and slight modifications to the winemaking process is all that's needed. I am thinking adding a fermented fire bloom should do the trick, then filter it through a special cloth made from silkwing fibers, and there are plenty of silkwings roaming the vineyard, and I have no doubt that Boss Mita can acquire the flowers for a price.
Always use fresh ingredients.
Hold on a second. Is this up here? No. That little icon on my minimap is driving me insane. Where is it?
What's shaking?
Alright, let me sell you stuff to clear out my bags. Alright, let's see. Hold on. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You drive a hard bargain, Mita.
Keep your ear to the ground.
Ugh. Forget it.
I need to get closer.
Oh, they boosted these things to 120. I was hoping they were still 110. Nope. They were like, no, we can't have it be too easy. Let's boost them to 120. But hey, I've got Rhaegar here with me, so we're good. This is something I very, very much miss.
Too far away.
Being able to have a companion at your side while questing.
None shall stop.
Being able to have that option
I don't have a target.
while we were doing our questing and such in Legion was wonderful. I loved it. Especially if you were playing like squishier classes that couldn't handle solo questing, like a mage, for example. Solo questing as a mage was not easy. It was not the most ideal thing. So getting a follower to help you out was like a godsend at times. And of course, here's another reason I love having Rhaegar. He makes me run at mount speed as a ghost wolf. Yes!
Let's get cooking.
Together we will make a wine worthy of the Horde. Ah, excellent work. This will do just the trick. I think we are making wine. Let's see if the vintner approves of our vintage. Take a sample to Lithu and see what he thinks. It's a toy! Consumes a sip of Naomi's vintage, delivering a fiery burst to the senses. Only usable within Zandalar, Kultiras, and Nazjatar. 10-minute cooldown.
I still have a lot to learn.
The difference between a goblin stomping grapes and a high mountain tauren stomping grapes.
Ashtorash Denil.
Would you care to try a sample of this wine?
A decent
A decent color. Oh, sorry.
It has legs. Such a fragrant bouquet. Exquisite. I couldn't have done better myself.
And that is why you hire a Pandaren chef to help you out. Because, is there anyone better? I mean, seriously.
I can help.
I think our work here is done. Let's head back to Orgrimmar. I'm sure that Kira is expecting us. We really shouldn't make him wait.
You back in the big city!
Make that a favorite. Zandalar, Kultiras, and Nazjatar. Let's give this a try. Woo! Wow! That one sent me flying! Literally! Talk about a strong tasting vintage. Woo-hoo. Thalysra. Oh. I don't have to talk to Thalysra. I'm just talking to Bane this time. I think they know at this point.
Greetings.
Yeah.
May the Earth Mother smile upon you.
I have done the Vulpera a disservice. I am afraid that my oversight may have cost the Horde a notable ally. Even in times of peace, the Horde is not without its problems. Although they can be overwhelming at times, our struggles should never stop us from remembering what it means to be a part of the Horde. We do not turn people away when times get tough. We band together and endure. For a moment, I forgot this. Burdened by the troubles facing our new allies, I hastily dismissed the Vulpera. My only hope is that they still see as much value in the Horde as I see in them.
Kiro, I must apologize for so hastily dismissing you earlier. The Horde endures because we band together in times of adversity. Though I turned you away, you selflessly came to our aid, just as you did in Vol'dun. Such is the true spirit of the Horde. If you still desire to join us, you would be most welcome within our ranks.
It would be our honor, High Chieftain.
Then it is decided. From this day forth, the Vulpera of Vol'dun are allies of the Horde.
What have you brought?
Vulpera within the Horde. A practical partnership, don't you agree? One that would not have been possible without your help. And thanks to you, we now have a home beyond the dunes.
They don't eat alpacas here, right?
No, of course we don't. Woohoo! Caravan hyena, look at this. That is great. And just like that, I now have them unlocked. So let's go take a look. Behold, the Vulpera. Alright, so it's time to discuss the options that you can make. So, you can make a warrior, of course. You cannot make a paladin. You can make a hunter, and your starting pet is, of course, a giant cobra. You can make a rogue. Makes a lot of sense. You can make a priest. As I said, you can make a shaman with the, Vulpera unique looking type of totems. I like how the fire trail there looks like a tail wrapping around. That's really cute. You can make a mage. You can make a warlock. You can make a monk. Just love that. You cannot make a druid. Sad face. I would have really liked to have made a Vulpera druid. To me, it just would have, been really cute. Really made sense. Obviously, you can't make a demoner. Or a Death Knight. Yes, the mightiest and most fearsome of all the Death Knights to serve the Lich King in death. What? Okay, so I'm not opposed to the idea of making her a shaman. Although the idea of a warlock as well, just because I, enjoy the warlock class pretty well. But then there's also the Death Knight, and, well, you guys know how much I love Death Knights. So I don't want to do the Death Knight here because I want to show you the intro of what it's like when you first make one other than a Death Knight. Because obviously when you make a Death Knight, you start at Ice Crown. Whereas the other classes, you start somewhere else. So you know what? We're going to go with the Shaman. So I'm going to work on creating her, customizing her, and then I will show you the intro.
We Vulpera have always been resourceful. No matter the adversity, we do what it takes to survive and keep our family strong. Horde helped us when we needed it. And now, it's time to return the favor. A fair trade, if you ask me. A whole world of adventure is awaiting you out there. Explore it and become a hero. For the Vulpera and for the Horde.
Did you see that little Vulpera child? Oh my gosh, it was so cute! Oh, that was so cute! So I think she looks cool. I like the options that they gave you. I like the appearance I came up with.
Do you have any news?
For an adventure shaman, there's so much to explore, so much to discover. These are such exciting times. We'll show our allies in the Horde the value of having some clever Vulpera around. Please meet with the ambassador at the Orgrimmar embassy, and then seek out the possibilities throughout all of Azeroth and beyond, until our paths cross again.
One day at a time, friend.
I am curious, how does it work now? Because it used to be, when you made your allied race and you went to the embassy and such, you were then greeted by, well, Sylvanas. So I'm curious if they've changed it now. So of course you start off as, you know, elemental when you make shaman, so yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at how much bigger your starting bags are. You can immediately notice the difference. Okay, let's take a look at what the actual, what it actually says here in the game for some of these special racial things. Hold on, let me expand my bars here. Just give me a moment. There we go. So here's Bag of Tricks, a 1.5 minute cooldown. Pull your chosen trick from the bag and use it on a target enemy or an ally. Enemies take 226 damage, while allies are healed for 338. Huh. There's the Caravan Hyena mount. Let's take a look at it. Haha. Okay, let's see. Make camp. Here's the other one. A 10-minute cooldown. Make a camp at this location, can be used outdoors. It can be used to store the canopy on your Caravan Hyena. Oh, that's real. That's a cool idea. You're actually, like, carrying it back and forth between this and the mount you have. That's kind of cool. I like that. And then you have a separate ability, Return to Camp. This lets you be able to warp back to it. Ha! And I arrive in a caravan. Oh, that's funny. That's great. I just call a caravan and it just brings me here. That's wonderful. I like that. Rummage your bag. A 5-minute cooldown. Change the contents of your bag of tricks. Now, where did you put that? Where did I put that? Huh. Select which of your tricks that you want to use when you reach into your bag of tricks. You can always make different choices later, and once you have discovered a trick that you cannot permanently... Once you've discovered a trick, you cannot permanently lose it. So I wonder how you discover more tricks. Tricks to harm your foes, tricks to help your allies. Well, this kind of gives incentives, perhaps, to definitely go with the shaman to be able to play as a resto shaman. I can definitely see that being the case. So if you want to do Resto Shaman, you know, the Healing Vial to be able to, you know, yeah. So now you can use Healing Vial. It's another way to be able to help heal your allies, especially if you're going to perhaps level this as a Resto Shaman. Alpaca Saddlebags. The size of your backpack is by 8 slots. Yep, I was right. Reduce fire damage taken by 1%. When you first take damage from an enemy, reduce that damage by 5% of your maximum health. Huh. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious how shaman sets look on Vulpera. Here's the classic and Blackwing Lair. BC sets. There's the Black Temple set. I find it funny the helmet is kind of proportionally larger than the rest of the set. Huh. Oh, that doesn't look bad. That does not look bad on a Vulpera at all. Especially because this matches her skin color that I chose, the red. To kind of, you know, model after Misha. Or Nisha, sorry. Let's see some of the other sets. Yeah, that doesn't quite fit. This set does not exactly quite fit, especially that that mask there. Doesn't quite work. Now that works. That doesn't look bad. Those are a little smaller, obviously. It's kind of like looking at sets on a goblin. You know, obviously they're smaller, and it's just kind of like, huh? You know. Behold, the Farseer of the Earthen Ring. Oh, that doesn't look bad. Look at her eyes on this set. I can't wait, like, to, you know, like, you just kind of test making other characters just to see what other sets of other classes look like on this character. Here's the set that you get from Trial of Valor. Here's the mythic set from, Tomb of Sargeras. That doesn't look bad. The shoulder pads actually don't look that large on a Vulpera. They seemed absurdly large on my orc. So here's that's the normal. There's the mythic set from Antorus. Here's the honor bound set. And the latest set from Nyalotha. Huh.
Speak quickly.
Oh, are you the new one? I'm supposed to welcome you. Hi, I'm Ambassador Blackguard. On behalf of the War Chief, I am honored to welcome you to Orgrimmar, Vulpera. As a lifetime of adventure unfolds before you, be assured that, you know what? I've been reading the same greeting all day. Enough's enough. Examine the War Chief's command board and find out where you can adventure. Now run along.
Farewell.
So it used to be you would get the tabard, but you would also get, like, a letter from the War Chief, Sylvanas, basically saying, obey me or else. Now you just don't get any letter at all. It feels like it's a very different direction for Horde, but I don't mind. Ah, yes. Huh. Now go speak to Nilsa back in the Valley of Honor. Of course, some people would not even bother with that board. They would just look at it and then just go do dungeons. which if I actually did end up deciding to stick with her being a shaman, that's probably what I would end up doing. With some questing mix in. I mean, after all, I would want to mess around with some of these other mechanics here. Look at this. The return to camp ability is a 1 hour cooldown. I did not notice that before. Wow. So if you're gonna use that instead of your Hearthstone, yeah. I wonder if this could actually, if this got affected by you joining a guild, like it does the Hearthstone cooldown. That would be interesting. That would certainly incentivize Vulpera players to join a guild. Hey, there's Kiro. There's Nisha, and there's Mira. Look, there's everyone's basically here.
Have you come to trade?
So many options for you, and by you I mean us. I bet there are some fascinating curiosities to be found. Be careful out there.
The dunes have everything we need.
And so there you go, everyone. That's the quest line to unlock the Vulpera as an allied race, and some of the options that are involved in actually creating a Vulpera. So I don't know if I'm going to stick with this character as a keep her as a shaman, or if I'm going to delete her and perhaps remake her as something else, like either a warlock or a death knight. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'll probably do what I've been doing with one of my other shaman alts, my Draenei shaman, which is basically just stick to elemental and resto, like just the because I've been playing, I main enhancement on my orc shaman. Any other shamans I make are going to be elemental, just to be able to have that change of pace in the gameplay. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.